Okay, I have something to say. So, I get a lot of posts from Impact Now on like my YouTube, like the slide ones where it's like they're like telling you facts or updates, or it's like videos of like people talking to like the White House press and stuff like that, or just like updates of like what's happening now, I suppose, just in general. And I just saw I just saw why does it matter if Trump is obese? Presidents haven't been going to war since like George fucking Washington. Like they say, not that George Washington was a good guy. He literally had slaves and he like took slaves' teeth out of their mouth to put them in his. Like, speaking of, I have one more cavity that I have to fill. I didn't get it filled whenever I actually went to the dentist yesterday, but I got these two filled at the same time. At the same time. Well, not the same exact time, but so snaps for that. But I have one right here, and I didn't get it filled because I thought, well, I heard somewhere like if it's just a little cavity and it doesn't hurt at all yet, then you can reverse it with fluoride and da-da-da. But chat, there's no reversing it. Like, I just took a video and it's like, I don't think there's anything that you can do once it like becomes like all dark and stuff. And it was dark like whenever I first saw it, but it was just so tiny. I was like, well, surely. But I think I just want to get it filled. But I didn't get it filled yesterday, honestly. Not even just because I thought I'd be able to heal it maybe, but also because I just didn't feel the vibes, like, spiritually. I was like, not right now. Like, I don't know. And I totally could have, because they were doing both. I was like, you can do them both, even though they're on opposite sides. They're like, yes, girl. They were so kind. Best dentist experience I've had in a long time. Anyway. Also, what do y'all do whenever you get your teeth filled and then, like, cause, like, then the retainer, like, won't it, like, just, like, pop out? I haven't actually tried. I could let y'all know, but... Also, you know what else I was thinking about? Is, like, my jaw is still, like, growing. Like, it pops. And, like, I can just, like, my face, like, bones in my body, like, I can still feel them growing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 20 years old. And, like, I feel like... I don't know, what if we're supposed to be getting, like, perpetual retainer appointments to, like, adjust for, like, jaw growth? I don't know the answer, but, but I do wonder sometimes what would happen if dentists were like, okay, you have your braces off, like, you're good to go for the rest of your life, like, don't, like, just floss and brush regularly, we're all set, don't have to touch your teeth anymore. Placebo effect, if that would actually, like, I think placebo effect, that would, like, literally work. Like, placebo effect, that's very powerful. Very, very powerful. Anyway. I think it would work sometimes, especially if both of their parents' teeth aren't crooked. Like, my dad's teeth are not crooked at all. Like, he never had to have braces, they're perfectly straight. So, like, sometimes I also wonder, like, am I good? But I think I'm gonna wear my retainer. I don't know. But I'm also curious, like, you know that guy who only popped one side of his knuckles, one hand's knuckles his whole life, to, like, disprove that it gives you arthritis? For, like, 60 years, he popped only one of his hands. Interesting. I wonder why some people like popping their knuckles and some people don't. Like, why do some people have more cartilage? Because, like, I can really feel, especially in my neck, whenever there's, like, something to be popped. Also, I'm not trying to encourage people to pop their neck because that can be like, dangerous. I'm just saying, like, I've been popping my bones since I was little, and it's like I feel like I've grown to like feel when there's like bubbles in my cartilage. Does popping make the bubbles get bigger? Like anyway, and why does it feel so good? Okay. Um, but don't force it. Like, never force a pop, you know what I mean? Legitly, oh, yeah. That's just kind of rude. Like, it kind of just ties into my thing of, like, you know, don't, like, people are already struggling seeing people who are, like, healthy body weights every single ad break taking Ozempic and shit. Like, why are you doing that? I guess is my point. It's like, his behavior has nothing to do with his body weight, and it has everything to do with his mental health. And it just feels icky when people do shit like that. When people make fun of people's appearances, whenever they're really just frustrated with the way that they're acting, and by making fun of someone's appearance, you're making fun of everyone who looks like them, or who is like dealing with weight issues. Like, that's like causing them pain. You know what I mean? And especially as a kid, like growing up and like being like pre-diabetic, it's hard, and it just sucks, especially, and I was so stressed out, and like food was my coping mechanism. It felt like I had a hug inside of my body. It felt like I was actively doing something to like nourish me, because like if you think about it, food is self-love. And so I feel like at a certain point I was getting to the point where I was like, it felt like my only love. And it felt like I just like was like, you know, kind of like trying to like gorge all of it into the hole in my heart, in my soul, like that was aching. I was just like trying to stuff something in there. At the end of the day, it's self-medicating, like it's a coping mechanism. And it just kind of, yeah, that's just how I feel. I think that, you know, making fun of someone can kind of make the person who's being affected by that person feel more comfortable, but it doesn't help anyone, because it just makes that person like it. This is not like the end of It Chapter 2. Like, it's more of it's more like that episode in Supernatural where people's beliefs and like common perceptions of like deities or myths come to life. And if people continue to fuel someone that they don't like with all of that energy of disliking, it does the word, it fuels them, because it might be toxic, but they are being toxic, so it like accumulates onto their like cellular mass. All that negative energy, it just like makes them more grandiose, like in their obstruction of justice, of human rights, because they don't care that they're the monster. They want to be the monster. They want to be feared, because Trump most likely feared his parents and feared the weight of what money felt like to him as a child. He probably was neglected. Do you know what I mean? And so it probably became this overarching thing, and all these people, you know, fueling that, it's like you're finally making him big enough to feel like he can face that fear, but in reality, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help him, it doesn't help us, because it dismantles the very argument that we are actually needing to fight for, which is this man is sick and he's hurting people because he's contagious with the proper amount of money to be able to be so. I saw Passenger yesterday also.